All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in NorCal Sports Network. Day after Thanksgiving, here to talk a little Giants baseball. And we'll get right into it. But before we do, let's give a shout out and a thanks to our sponsor, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin. Give them a call if you need anything. They will help you out. Their number is in the description of the video and right up on the screen there, everybody. 415-613-9483. Give Chapman Law Group a call. Let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. Let me get this music down a little bit. There we go. All right. Welcome on in, Lou. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. How about yours?
Fantastic. Just had some leftovers just a little bit ago. And guys,
Dan, are you a potato guy or a stuffing guy?
I'm a potato guy.
Yeah, see, I'm a stuffing guy.
Yeah.
Hey,
guys, we got some news to announce on the channel here. Let me just pull something up here for you if I can figure it out here. I set my my screen, it all changed. All right, let me pull this up. Dunt. All right, let me see this. Let's take a look right here. Ladies and gentlemen, NorCal Sports Network, the fastest growing show in the Bay Area, crushing all others, is now at 3,400 when it comes to San Francisco Giants content. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. The growth of the channel has been phenomenal. We have added over 500 subs in less than a month's time. That's as many as a lot of channels have for their entire that many subs, as much as their entire channel has. So Thank you guys. Really do appreciate it. 3,400 on our way to 3,500 probably any day now. And when that happens, we're going to have a nice giveaway on here, guys. How about 2 tickets to the Giants? Huh? How about 2 tickets to the San Francisco Giants? Thank you, Clayton. Appreciate that. Thanks, Spencer. Many others in the chat giving a shout out. Philip, appreciate all you guys. Look, we got a show tonight. What do we got here? Giants offering $7 tickets. They're not going to sign anyone big. Wow. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, let me get that banner. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Tonight's thumbnail, you guys may have seen, pick a lane, right, Lou? Time to pick a lane. We were doing this Tuesday night. Here it is Friday night, and we got
we had the big news. We had to break in.
Yeah, break in. Blake's
back. Robert
Rothberg?
Yeah.
You sure it's Robert Roth? Let me see. There he is, Robert Rothberg. Welcome. Good evening, San Francisco Giants world. I'm convinced Posey has a plan to vastly improve this team. We still have quality starting pitchers, which is imperative. All right, well,
it's
good to be positive.
We had. Robert, we just lost the best pitcher we had. So I don't know how you could say that. But, all right. I'll give it to you. Oh, did we lose
accidentally muted myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to get into this right now here. This is the place to be, though, for Giants. You know, you guys want real, true, straight at you what the Giants need to do. This is the place to be. Look, I've been the leader of this channel since it started, and I was the one that was barking out Farhan needed to go. Okay. NorCal Sports Network jumped on it first, and others followed. Now we're setting the tone that the owners need to sell the team, and we're gonna stay on that, and we're gonna give you ways that the Giants can improve this team. And it's not Juan Soto. I'm not here to blow smoke up your guys. You know what? Okay. Look, Juan Soto is not going to be a Giant. Why would he come to the Giants even if they offered him more money? Why? So he could sit here and rot and finish in fourth place? No.
These people, they live in a fantasy world. That's why they're fans.
Yeah. You know, we're going to be talking about Larry Ellison, guys. We've got another special coming Monday night on that. Look, we put out content about Giants ownership, and you know what? It floods the YouTube Ethernet out there, and other content creators pick it up. So we're glad to lead the way here at NorCal Sports Network. You know, if you guys need something to talk about, anybody else out there, we'll give you the subject matter. Okay. Tonight it's pick a lane. Okay. That's something we should trademark, I think, Lou.
I agree. And then, Dan, I got to tell you something. You were the first to also bring this up. I was actually on the internet, and not one, but two other people were suggesting sort of what you said. Maybe the Giants are at the point where they should go young and trade their best asset. And guess who that was?
Logan
you were
Webb.
the one, and you got criticized. Now there are two other podcasts saying the exact same thing.
Look,
exactly what you said. You were first.
Look, I'm probably the oldest Giants fan on YouTube. I've been a fan for 55 years. Okay, I know the sport on the back of my hand. I played it at a pretty good high level. Was coached like with one of the greatest coaches ever to, you know, he's in the Little League Hall of Fame. He was considered probably one of the top 5 coaches in America. He's, you know, was a great coach. I had great coaches in high school. It's, you know, when you learn the game the right way, today's players don't even learn the game the right way. I don't even believe. It's crazy, Lou. The fundamentals. We get into arguments with coaches. I've been in arguments with coaches. They say, I'm a manager. I'm like, oh, really? And you don't understand like bunting in a tight game, in a close game, in the 8th, 9th inning where you're tied and you got first and second on and you got your 7th place hitter and you're not going to bunt him over, you know, or whatever. It's just, you know, it's crazy. But no, everybody wants to go for the big home run instead of just getting the one run they need. But all you
got to do, Dan, is look at our 2 best recent managers and follow what they did to their success. Hum Baby did 2 things that nobody else would ever do. He would pitch out sometimes 3 straight times if he knew someone was running. Yeah. And then he would always bunt to get the runner over because he believed in his team. Then you go to Bochy, where Bochy didn't mind playing small ball, but he played the right way to actually get the lead and get the game to the bullpen. Our last 2 managers, including Mr. Safe, they're so into the numbers and everything, they're missing the basic game of baseball. You know, if you saw the recent World Series, the Dodgers actually had 2 sacrifice flies in 1 inning. They also had 2 sacrifice bunts in 1 inning in the World Series. And defense came down to the World Series. Of course, we go to the classic 5th inning when the Yankees fell apart, where they didn't even do basic baseball.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
you know, the one thing we're going to get into this, let's get into this pick a lane, guys. I don't know how to get that thumbnail up in here. Maybe I can pull it up in here. Hey, well, you guys saw the thumbnail, right? You guys know what the thumbnail looks like. It's pick a lane for the purposes
it's like
of
the three-way lane.
yeah,
Fast,
it's a freeway.
Move to the side or go to the right if you're slow.
Yeah, it's a freeway lane, exactly. So pick the doggone lane and decide what you're going to do. Okay, let's not, go out and try to drive in the middle lane and thinking, well, I can go as fast as these guys when I'm just cruising along. No, move over to the slow lane or spend some money and get in the fast lane. All right, here's the deal. The Giants have the resources to get in the fast lane with the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Phillies, the Braves, the name some teams, Baltimore. They can get in there. Bobby said he would come on after the winter meetings. He was going to come on this past week, but felt it was best just to get settled into the position and then come in after the winter meetings. So, if the Giants stay on the path that they've been on since Farhan came to the team, they're just cruising down the middle lane, kind of veering off to the right a little bit toward the slow lane, never, ever even attempting to get into the fast lane. So how do you get into the fast lane when you cannot attract hitters to your ballpark, free agencies? You can't get free agent hitters that are great hitters to come. Why would they want to come here? They don't want to come, and the ball dies. It's cold. It's not fun hitting at nights at Oracle. The ball doesn't jump off the bat like it does in the daytime. So how do you get in the fast lane? You go out and do what I suggested in a video earlier this week, and that was go sign Snell. He's gone. Too late. Go sign Burns. He's still available. Go sign Flaherty. 3 starting pitchers, Flaherty or Evaldi. You got 3 great pitchers now, and you got Ray available. You got Harrison. And then go trade Logan Webb and get yourself a really good young hitter. And there's teams out there that would love to have a Logan Webb who's at $18 million a year for 4 more years. So you go out and do that. Then you add a shortstop along the lines of an Adames or a Hassan Kim. And then you've added a young star along the lines of a Kobe Mayo for for Webb. And then you go sign another guy in the bullpen. You get rid of Yaz, you get rid of Flores, you get rid of Taylor Rogers, get rid of these contracts. If your goal is to stay under the luxury tax, you can still do it by signing these high-priced pitchers and then go ahead and compete. But if you're not going to do that, Lou, if you're not going to go spend money, let's say they go get Burns, and that's all they do. Replace Snell, and you get Burns, and you bring basically the same team back. Well, you're still in the middle lane because you've just replaced one great pitcher for another.
And you're Burns, one injury away of being in the cellar. Instead of 4th, you'd be in 5th.
Right. So you got to go out and get pitching, load up, get all this pitching to come into the park, to the team, build the best rotation in baseball now, maybe second, now that the Dodgers have already kind of grabbed that. And you try to get into the playoffs with pitching and timely hitting. But then the other model is to go into the slow lane. And what do you do in the slow lane? That's when you sell off a Webb, you sell off of anything else that's got value, and you start building young people, and you add young hitters, young pitching, and you build for a team that is competitive in 2 to 3 years. And by the time 2028 rolls around, you might be where the Baltimore Orioles are today. But they didn't do it early enough because they had valuable pitchers like Rodon and Snell that they could have traded off. What did they get for Blake Snell, Lou?
What did the Giants or the Dodgers?
The Giants. What did they get for Blake Snell?
They got nothing.
What did they get
Absolutely
for Carlos?
Nothing. They got a guy 2 weeks before the season started out of desperation. His first 6 weeks, he was a disaster. But the other thing is, we brought this up on the show, is the first 6 weeks were such a disaster. We thought it was one of the worst signings. The signing had an opt-out. At the end, we knew he wasn't coming back. We had a chance to trade him at the trade deadline. We got absolutely nothing. We weren't even 500. So we wasted money on him, did nothing. Same thing with Webb. Webb starts. We had a losing record with him. The Giants got to start seeing. I don't know why it's so hard for them to see it. I think they just have problems admitting that they have no clue what they're doing. With Farhan, any of them.
Yeah. What'd they get for Rodon? I forgot.
Rodon, who actually signed a 1-year deal with us. We got nothing. The
Nothing
Giants
again.
got absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And then he signed a 6-year agreement with the Yankees when you knew he wasn't coming back.
So we got nothing for Rodon. We got nothing for
Webb when we knew they weren't coming back.
For Snell. What did we get for Gosman?
Nothing. We got absolutely nothing.
Gosh, what's going on here, Lou? We're getting nothing from. Wait a minute. Didn't Billy Preston sing a song like that? Nothing from nothing means nothing.
I got nothing. You got to have something if you want to be with me. Yeah, what's amazing about it is all those deals, the Giants had a golden opportunity. They were all off injuries, except Snell. We got him really 1-year deal where you knew they were going to opt out. That was the only way we got him, and we didn't get nothing for them. It was
wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got something for Snell.
Nothing.
We did get something for Snell. The highlight of the year for 2024 season, we got a no-hitter. Yes. And you know what? I got a fantasy football or fantasy baseball championship in the NorCal Sports Network because I had somebody else in the league who didn't know the game very well and gave me Blake Snell. And he also gave me Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto in the same deal. Can you imagine that?
Only in fantasy.
Oh, my goodness. Los D, welcome. He's all the way out tomorrow. Your patience is appreciated. All right. I'll have my Vatican Italy hat tomorrow. All right. There we go. Flaherty is done he's moving on. So is probably Walker. Walker Bueller's walking too, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. I keep hearing the Orioles.
Unless they decide to trade off like some of their younger guys, like a Bobby Miller, and think they can get more for a Bobby Miller and they can get a piece and then they re-sign, Bueller to a 1-year deal or something. Jake says, I'm scared Giants won't sign anyone. Well, as we've had Ned Coletti on here, the great Ned Coletti, you can want somebody and your intent is to sign somebody, but you don't always have control because how many people you got to get to say yes, right?
Yeah.
You got to get you got to get Boris to say yes. You got to get Burns to say yes, and you got to get these other teams that are recruiting him to maybe not. You got to outbid him. So I don't know.
And do you
Johnny
see the
Owens
super
says,
chat,
Max.
Dan?
Yeah, let me get to that super chat. I want to pull that up. Thank you.
I don't remember MM Forever. I like it. Thanks, MM.
MM Forever. Please tell me one player, just one player the Dodgers have outbid to acquire. The answer is 0. Every player has been picked up via DFA, matching someone's offer or keeping after trading for. Yeah, they're really not. That's a good point. They're not out there setting the market for the players. Atlanta with Freddie Freeman had actually a better deal on the table, but the agent didn't inform Freddie Freeman. So that makes a good point there. We appreciate that. Excellent point. Yeah, I don't know. The Dodgers, look, guys, I'm hearing a lot of people complain, and I understand it, about there's a lot of talk out there about we need a salary cap. This isn't fair. One team going out there and spending all this money. Look, everybody else had the opportunity to. Make your place better to play for. Make yourself a destination spot if you want to get players. The Phillies is a destination spot. They don't have any problems getting players. Look, they got Trey Turner. They got Bryce Harper in free agency. They have guys. They can compete with the Dodgers. The Dodgers don't have you still got to play 162 plus the playoffs. This isn't a foregone conclusion that the Dodgers win the World Series. Everybody's acting like, you know what? And owners, look, Greg Johnson, go spend some money or sell the team. We've been talking about that. We're going to talk about it again on this show, guys, Monday night. We'll do another round of Monday night. We will do another sell the team because it's a hot topic. We only did that for 20 minutes last night. We'll do a longer show on it on Monday. And as Robert says, like and subscribe, everybody. Yes, do us a great favor. We are going to grow. We're going to knock over 3,500 here anytime, and then we will hit 4,000 by the end of this year. And the show is on its way to new heights. This is the place to be, guys, for sports. This isn't just a baseball channel, Giants, Warriors. We cover Warriors, 49ers. We're going to get into some Sharks coverage. We even got some other news with another NorCal team that we're going to be in talks with right now.
Dan, one thing. All right, Dan, one thing is everyone's complaining about the Dodgers spending. Let's just start what they did. 4 years ago, Mookie Betts was going to be a free agent midseason. The Dodgers went to Boston and gave him 3 players for Mookie.
Verdugo,
with that trade, they said
Jeter
would only
Downs,
go through if they
Connor
give
Wong.
Mookie an extension. One of the things about the Giants is they don't think outside the box. So they traded 3 players. First of all, they have a better farm system. They got Mookie. They signed him. The following year, what do? They go to Freeman saying, hey, listen, we got Mookie. We're a player short. We have good pitching, but we need bats. Freeman left a team that was in the World Series to join the Dodgers. Then with Ohtani, hey, you have a chance to play with 2 MVPs, Ohtani. You go from Anaheim to LA. You don't have to worry about anything. We'll take care of you. And Ohtani then says, okay, I'll make you guys a deal. I'll give you guys $2 million, my salary now. We'll defer it all. And then this way I can do that. That's the difference between the Giants and the Dodgers. The Dodgers have people that know what they're doing. The Giants, a.k.a. the San Francisco Midgets, as Dan always called them about a month ago and wants me to be
the Midgets.
Yeah,
not the Giants, the Midgets.
Safe. You got to remember the Dodgers, it's all about World Series or bust. They're doing whatever it takes to get back. The Giants, I hope we're okay to be 500. Maybe we can make the 3rd wild card. Come on, that's the difference. We can't even hold the Dodgers jock right now. We're so far below them, and that's the problem.
Yeah, it's a great point, Lou. As usual, making another solid point. Look, guys, this whole thing about the Dodgers and we need to change baseball rules. Look, these teams, the Dodgers built a winning team. Where were they in 2013, 14, 15, 16? They weren't like spending all this crazy money. Look, in 17 and 18, they went to the World Series and lost both times. They lost to the Astros and then the Red Sox. They had Mookie Betts in that. When did they get Betts? 19? When did they get Betts?
4 or 5 years ago.
Betts won a World Series against the Dodgers in 18, right? He was on the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody in the chat tell
let
me.
See when Mookie was traded.
Yeah, tell me when Mookie was traded. What score of that Georgia Tech game, by the way?
20, 34, 30. Georgia is up 7 in overtime.
Oh, okay. You know what? I gotta put this. Let me put that on here real quick. Here
he was traded in 2020.
Okay.
For an out for right-hander David Price, who of course the Dodgers got. Basically they had to sign him because they needed an arm in exchange for outfielder Virgo and prospects Connor Wong, who I've never heard of, and Jeter.
He's
Downs.
a catcher. He's a catcher. Jeter Downs, Connor Wong, and Verdugo, right? And the Dodgers took on David Price's contract. So
yeah, they paid half of his contract.
Look,
not to play with him.
Look, we like to call ourselves. I think we consider ourselves to steal a moniker from another major network. I think we're fair and balanced when it comes to sports talk. We are Giants fans, and we don't want to see the Dodgers win, but we're also, if we're being honest, we're going to respect down to the 16-yard line. We're going to respect the Dodgers and what they do. Look, anybody who says they wouldn't want what the Dodgers have for their ownership group is lying to you, period. If you were a Giants fan, or I don't care if you're turn around, look at the hats there, pick one in the middle. If you're a Minnesota Twins fan or a Kansas City Royals fan, wouldn't you love to see your team spend as the Dodgers spend and want to win? And they just don't. It's not just about spending. It's about trades. It's about going after titles. Look, in 2021, the Giants and Dodgers were in a fierce battle for the National League West. What did the Dodgers do at the trade deadline? They went out and got Max Scherzer and Trey Turner from Washington Nationals. Why didn't we get them? Because we didn't have the prospects. We tried to get those guys. Look, The Dodgers had the prospect. Why, blame the Giants for not having the prospects. So that's bogus. That's just absolutely bogus. Boy, if Georgia Tech somehow upsets Georgia, Georgia's not going to get into the playoffs with 3 losses, I don't think. Maybe they could. Who knows? But this is, Lou, a really, how do I say it? The Giants just have to, and other teams have to decide how bad they want to win. And the problem with the Giants is they haven't drafted well, developed well, or done anything. Look, their best players on the Giants. Oh, touchdown. Whoa. Are they going to go for 2 here, Lou?
Oh, you got to go for 2. You're on the road.
But it's the next overtime you have to go for 2, right?
No, you get one more.
They're going for 1.
Overtime.
They're going for 1. I saw the one finger go up. College football, they still kick it from the 10-yard line, the extra point. Don't they? They snap it at 3. I never missed an extra point.
Dan, you haven't really told me what lane do you think the Giants are in, and then I'll tell you where I think they're in.
I think they're straddling the slow lane and the middle lane. I think they're kind of in the middle lane, but
they slow lane. But I actually think they're pulled over to the side on the emergency road, and they're waiting to see what everybody else does before they go.
I think they're in the middle lane. and they're
No, they're in
veering.
the
They're
far
trying to
right
get
lane,
into.
but they actually pulled over so everybody can go buy them. It's just like the free agents. We went over the top 25 free agents on the Wednesday before they had to decide on their deadwood with the 4 players on the Friday. And of course, we said, unfortunately, they're probably going to bring all 4 back. And we kept saying, well, no, Boris said, no, I don't want Yaz back, but I'll try the other 3. I think you said, yeah, I don't want Yaz back, but we can use the other 3, sign him for a trade. And I said, unfortunately, I don't want any of them back, but unfortunately, we are going to get them all back, and we got them. And I think that was really a sign where, as Robert says, here's Buster, his second really big move, his decision. And again, he plays it safe, and he brings people back that really we don't want. The first one was the Chapman deal with the 6-year deal, where now it comes out it was because a Buster that he's here that they did.
He added the no trade clause to it.
No trade clause, and maybe even an additional year. We don't know. We just know about the no trade clause. So now it's 2 decisions on his part, and both have been failures in my mind.
Yeah, and it's just it's unbelievable with this. The whole thing of adding Chapman, to me, I think it's one of the worst decisions the organization could make, not because they signed him, but because they signed him to the contract they did. 6 years with a no trade. Now you prevent yourself from going out and getting, what happens if a really good young third baseman is available in a trade? I was just going to
say the same thing.
What are you going to do? Now, why does Georgia have the ball again? Because it started the second overtime. It shifts.
Yeah, it switches offense, defense.
Yeah. All right. Let me pull.
And then there's another super chat, and I was going to tell why I think Eminem is wrong.
I'm pulling that up right now.
Another super chat.
Yep. Let's see. Thanks, MM. Forever. Giants fans slow at math. Snell's contract is equal to Bueller, Flaherty, Taylor's contracts, which come off the books now and in 26, not an overpaid genius pay. I think, and I also think they signed, by the way, he's going for a touchdown. He fumbled. He recovered at the goal line. Wow.
Well, the one thing they didn't really talk about, Dan, is this is something, again, we talk about the Dodgers thinking outside the box compared to the Giants. The contract, they gave him a $52 million signing bonus. Okay, remember, Snell lives in Seattle. So
no
with
state
that
taxes.
Bonus, no taxes.
Yep, no taxes. Great,
so that comes
great.
off the book. That's why he did it. The Giants don't think like that.
That's why you have an agent.
Doing all these first things.
That's
Giants,
why you have a great
all we ever
agent.
think of is the opt-outs. That's it.
We
never thought about deferring or anything.
Right. Another great thing about this with today, the Dodgers signed Tommy Edmonds. Okay. Chris Taylor, he's basically Chris Taylor's kind of replacement. He's the younger version of what Chris Taylor used to be, the super utility guy, the guy that I want the San Francisco Giants to use for Tyler Fitzgerald. By the way, Georgia Tech just scored again in the second overtime. They had the ball. So can they go for 1 here, or do they have to go for 2?
I'm not sure. In all these new rules, I thought the third overtime, I know it's 1 point. You just go from the 2-point line.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting.
Giants should trade for Chris Taylor. I don't think so, BC. I think I'd rather have Tyler Fitzgerald at this point of his career. He's younger. He's faster. He's cheaper.
Yeah,
Chris Taylor, to me, Chris Taylor is, they're going for 1. He's got Georgia Tech head coach got 1 finger up.
Okay.
So we got you right here covered, guys. NorCal Sports Network, where we actually talk about sports, not just Giants baseball. We're not going to do that to you guys, or Warriors or Niners. We'll cover it all for you. Anything happening in sports, Lou's got you covered. You got any money on this one, Lou?
I took the under in the first half, and then I had Georgia with the points. Georgia Tech, sorry. I mean, in these rivalry games, if you're not sure, always take the points. It's the most amazing thing. The only one I'm not taking tomorrow is I don't think USC is going to stand with Notre Dame.
Here we go. Throws. Oh, whoa. Georgia almost scored 2 points on the extra point. They deflected it.
Yeah,
and the guy was going for a touchdown. If he just missed it by about this much, a guy batted it. They threw a wide receiver like a screen, and the defense came in, batted it, and there's someone else running, and he would have run it all the way back. That would have been 2 points, and they would have then all they had to do is score a touchdown. But
yeah.
Sean.
Yeah, Dan, I played 2 games today. I took the San Jose State Spartans over. That game went over. And then probably the easiest game of the day, I bet Colorado. And they won 52-0.
Who did Colorado play today?
State.
Oh, okay.
Colorado won 52-0. So.
Stanford went down to San Jose State. Okay.
Yeah,
Georgia's
San Jose State.
Georgia's got the ball now. They got to score, and then they throw in the first. Oh, it's going to touchdown on the first play. How does that happen? Wow. Touchdown on the very first play.
2 points. And then the amazing thing, Dan, is if they score 2 points, they win. If not, all they do is 2-pointers the rest of the game now.
Right.
Of course, that's the Arizona Cal rule where they played 6 overtimes.
Okay, Sean says, yo, Dan and Lou. Bear down. My sources says Freed and Santander. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't see that. I can't see the Giants getting Freed.
Yeah, I've been hearing Max Freed to Arizona for almost 2 months now. So,
all right, this game is on the line, 40-40. Georgia's lining up in shotgun to win the game or send it into a third overtime. I'll tell you what happened. Snap. He rolls out to the right. He's looking. He throws. He's got his man. It's incomplete. And we go to a third overtime. Oh, baby.
It's all just 2-pointers now. Back and forth.
Yeah.
2 point.
Yeah. Wow. What a fun game. So getting back to this Giants here, guys. And I love that we got a chat full of people that love sports that, I know, hey, look, I know there's alternatives when you want to talk Giants, but we'll give you intelligent Giants talk. How's that? Instead of just talking about the same. We're not going to talk about the Giants incessantly all day long, saying the same thing over and over again. It's kind of hard because it can happen with any sport. Yeah, it's hard and it's boring. You can do the same thing with the Warriors, the 49ers. You talk about the same thing over and over again. But I think this comment by Sean, and thank you for the donation, Sean. Your sources, when you say Freed and Santander, we had sources that when Aaron Judge said, why does this won't go away? There we go. All right. That Aaron Judge was coming to the Giants a couple years ago. I think a lot of these sources are, it's hard to say because people might have a little bit of an in, and yet things can change. Right, Lou? I mean, how would you do this, Lou? You're a season ticket holder. How do you get in? Do you want to get them into they called pass interference on that play? Oh, they're going for 2 again.
Well, that's all it is 40, now. 40. No more.
Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. Here we go. He's going to get sacked. He throws. Incomplete. Oh, my goodness. So it's no more at the 20. What you're saying is 2 point. Oh,
all gosh. 2 point conversions simultaneously.
Do you like that? Do you like that? I don't.
Nah.
I'd rather see it play. Look, you're going to play a 60-minute game. These guys are going to bust their asses all day long, and it comes down to one play for each team.
It's like doing one penalty kick.
Yeah, come on. It's a football game. Why are we trying to hurry it up? Come on, college football.
Dan, the one thing I was a little disappointed in you didn't bring up the big 49er news, which happened about 3 hours ago.
Talking about Ronnie Bell?
The great Ronnie Bell. Don't throw it at me. Don't throw it at Haynes, man. Yeah, it was cut. Should have been cut 10 weeks ago.
Yeah. What took so long? Is Cowing ready now?
That's the other thing. You know, all these sources, I mean, Larry Krueger goes down. He asks a good question. They don't answer. You know, you don't know who's starting. You don't know anything. And all it is, these people, their sources is so people can get their likes on Twitter, see what they're doing. Because you can go on MLB, they'll have 4 reporters, and they all have 4 different sources, and they're all telling you different things.
All right. So we're going to stick with baseball here because we got baseball people that want to talk with us now because, all right. So, hey, Dan and Lou, I feel like they should trade for Bellinger, sign Adames, and sign Flaherty. They took our ace. Let's take one of theirs. And they can't take our Adames. Love you guys. Thanks, Clayton. You know, I think what I said the other day, something similar to that. They should just go after and go sign Flaherty and Buehler. If you want to try and compete with the Dodgers, maybe the best way to do it is get some former Dodgers. I don't know.
Buehler, they say, is going to be about between 18 and 21 million. So you can get him, and you can maybe get another arm. I just think, when you guys talk about Burns is a level above Snell. So if Snell's making, say, 35, 30, it's going to cost you $40 million for Burns. Do you want to spend $40 million, or would you rather spend $55 million with Soto? You're going to have to sign one 8 years and the other one probably 10.
Let me see. Where's my calculator? Well, I think he's going to end up with, if he gets only 5 years, it is $40 million and it's at least 200. If it's a little less, he might take 36, 37, what Snell got, and take a 6th year. That's where I think the difference is. It's either going to be a similar terms of AAV, but it's going to have 6 years on it. If it's got 5 years, it's going to have a 40 AAV.
Yeah.
So, I think this Burns thing, look, these rumors get started. It could be just to get Baltimore to ante up more money, right?
Could just be the agent, a friend of an agent, working for the agent, working for the player.
Right. Exactly. So we'll see where this thing actually ends up with Burns, but I think the Burns signing is maybe somewhat imminent.
You think that will then start the other pitchers?
I think so. I think the pitchers is
Burns and Fried right away.
Fried is with Boris as well, right?
Yeah,
I think so. So you've got, I think the fact that the Dodgers got that done, but the Dodgers got a little bit creative. They did a little bit of deferral. They did a bonus.
Like always, they're thinking outside the box. Giants have never thought outside the box.
It's because they have unless you
go to Bonds.
Yeah. Well, that's because we had Peter McGowan. Jake says, Dan, do you do phone calls? Maybe there's someone that wants to hop on. You know what? We're going to bring in somebody here in a little bit. We'll talk about it. We'll put the link out there. Right now it's 8:45. How about for the last half hour, we put the link on. We'll go at 9:00. We will throw the link out there. Anybody who wants to come in and give us their thoughts on how to rebuild the Giants. You've heard my thoughts, and our thoughts basically is get some pitching. And this is if you want to compete. If you want to compete and get in the fast lane, you're going to have to go out and get the top pitchers. And then you're going to have to trade Logan Webb, and you're going to have to get a young star hitter like a Kobe Mayo from Baltimore or, maybe you can even get Jackson Holiday if you sweeten the deal. I mean, Webb for Holiday straight up works on the trade calculator, but I would think Baltimore might want a little bit more. And, we'll see how this thing really ends up. But if you really want to, rebuild it, that's what you got to do. You got to either, I think Webb should get traded either way at this point, because I don't see him being a difference maker for the Giants.
And this might be the best we can get him. There's the highest value you're going to get for him.
Yeah, it's the highest value, right? Unless he goes out and wins Cy Young Award this year and pitches like a number.
Our lineup.
Yeah. Robert says if pitching dominates, Robert, because what I went and did in the scenario is I went out and signed three top pitchers. So we added pitching, and then you take Webb and you move Webb for young hitter that could, be a fixture in your lineup for the next 10 years in San Francisco. That's what I was saying is what needed to be done. So is this the cheat? Well, let me see here. Oh boy. All right. So,
and then, hey, Robert, you were gone. We were all worried about you. Happy belated Thanksgiving. One of your questions is, Dan and Lou, do you think that Posey has a plan? We've noticed a couple of things about Buster. I think he's just a name in charge. I don't think Buster has a clue what he's doing. He's learning on the fly. He's doing the best he can. But remember, it's not his purse strings. He still has to go to upper management, upper owners, and say, guys, what can I spend? And if you notice, as soon as he got in, his first assignment was they told him, we need you to cut payroll so we don't hit the taxes. Obviously, that came after they hired him, so that's pretty tough. Second of all, he's realizing just because he's Buster, I don't know if you're aware of, Robert, but they didn't even offer Snell a contract. You would think after what the Giants did from last year and how he claimed he loved the Bay Area, they would at least offer him a contract. They didn't. So that's got to tell you something. Either Posey thought, oh my God, he pitched here last year, we'll get the last call and get a chance, but he didn't. So I think he's more of a guinea pig. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm not even sure Buster wanted Snell. Look, the Giants had their opportunity to get Snell last year by signing him to the deal he got this week. Farhan wanted a cheap price. He thought, oh, wait, I get Snell. I got Webb. I got, Soler. I got this guy. I can sneak into the playoffs and save my job. I'll give you a 1 year opt out.
3 years.
Yeah. I'll give you a 1 year opt out. So
he invented the opt out.
It's crazy. Don't be surprised on this situation with Soto. If the Dodgers, what happens if the Dodgers gave him a contract of let me think on this. How you can do this. Let me do someone took my calculator. Yeah. Let me do this in my head then. 30. How about a contract like this?
I'm ready, Dan, for you. I got my calculator right here.
Give me 30 times 12. What's that? There you go. 30 times 12 is what? 360?
It went in and out there. Say it again.
30 times 12. That
Yeah.
should be 360, right?
Yep.
All right. Give me 35 times 12.
420. 420.
All right. What happens if the Dodgers did a deal that offered Soto $100 million for the first 2 years with an opt-out after year 3 with $35 million for the next 12 years, and they signed him to a 14-year deal worth what'd you say it was? What was 35 times 12?
420.
So they offered him a $620 million deal, but they gave him $100 million up front for 2 years. Then he's got his security. If he gets hurt, he still gets 35, but it kind of forces him to like go back onto the market.
Yeah.
Like Ned was talking about this past few nights ago.
That sounds right, because I think Ned and Dan, you've been saying this for a while, is the Dodgers aren't getting any younger. So they already have a game plan. What are they going to do 3 years from now, 4 years from now? Because maybe Freeman is going to retire in 3 years. We need someone to replace him, for the big guy. So, they're always thinking like that. The Giants, they don't think. Like I said, we're pulled over to the emergency lane and we're going to see what everybody else does and we'll pick up the scrapes for later. It's just that simple. And it's horrible because the Giants, they were so excited yesterday and today saying, oh my God, our greatest shortstop retired. They already have a date next year to have a celebration for him because they have nothing else to celebrate. They can't use the World Series from 14 years ago because it's 15 now. You can't use 2010, 12, 14. You can't keep bringing them back. You can't bring them back. They've run out of promotions. So now they're going to have one because one of the best players retired. Okay, well, That doesn't really help the team. Exactly. We have a special day. Okay, great. For a great shortstop. I think, he was great behind Boy Wonder. But, it's one of those things where the Giants have lost the thought of what the fans want. Right. We keep talking about they have Mission Rock. They have a stadium that's built. They think their stadium is still the greatest. I think it's starting to get a little bit older. But that's their priorities. They realized last year, they did do a great attendance. But if you saw, they gave away Hawaiian shirts every Saturday. They had more 501s by 501 sales at the last 2 months of the season. Day games, they got 21,000. It was all free tickets given to kids. They got big problems.
Yeah. Hey, look what happens if we make ourselves bigger. Look at that. Wow. We could go this way. Kind of like that. Hey, did you, I don't know. I sent you a message there in the private chat. Yeah. So, So anyway, with this situation with Soto, and he could definitely end up a Dodger if they got creative. They really could. But this whole thing with and
you got to remember the people in charge of the Dodgers, Dan. You got guys like Magic Johnson, a winner. Freeman, a winner. So it's just come to a point now where the Giants are way back. They're not creative. They're trying to be safe. Where the Dodgers, as soon as they got Snell, it was, all right, who are we going to get next? How can we improve the team? What are we going to do to get back? I don't care if everybody else in the league is upset.
This is an interesting take about Buster. Making an owner a Pobo is a curious move. How can you hold him accountable unless there is a bridge to a team sale? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Giants. I think Lou may be onto something that he's a guinea pig to pacify. But I think the way the Giants did this, would you guys not say the way the Giants did this? And Dieter brought this up. Dieter Kurtenbach on our show.
Great interview.
The way the Giants went and did this, they fired Farhan the day after this season. And in the same day they announced his firing, they hired Buster, or Buster took over. That did not have to happen that way. They could have just fired Farhan. That was the biggest need. And then they could have maybe got it, see, the Dodgers and the Giants think completely opposite. It's whoa. The Giants do not think like entrepreneurial businessmen. They just don't know how to think, because you could have got 2 media bangs for that. You could have fired Farhan, and then a week later, and the dust settles a little bit, and the noise, who's going to be the guy? And then all of a sudden, here comes Buster, right? But they do it in one day, and Buster's at the press conference looked like a deer in the headlights. Like, I'm not sure. I don't really have a plan. I don't know. I just took this over an hour ago. I wanted it, and they just made the decision an hour and a half ago, and I here I am. So this is the way the Giants operate. It's just everything about them screams mediocrity, and it's frustrating as heck, because I know, Lou, I know that myself, and there's plenty of other people, yourself, people in this chat, that could do something better than what they're doing. We just don't have the resources to do it. It's so frustrating, because you see what needs done. Joe Schmo, what a comment that is. I think that would be good, Joe. That would be pretty entertaining. Let the cheerleaders determine over time. Oh, guys, we're going to open it up here. Producer Ryan will throw in at 8 or at 9 o'clock. We'll throw in the link. Anybody wants to come in and join us and give us their take, because they've never rebuilt since 2016 season. The last, they never did a rebuild. They never tried to just tear it down. They thought they could keep it going. And I think this is a problem with ownership. They got those 3 championships, Lou, and they still think they can stay competitive, when you have to realize in sports, you have to.
It's been over a decade. It's old.
It's very old.
Over 10 years.
And fans that keep talking about their, well, we want it. It's ancient history.
Yeah.
And I hear people say, well, tell me, well, hey, we just won it, Well, yeah, but you're different. You're a whole different franchise now. You were the talk of baseball then, and you had guys in the farm system. You have nothing in the farm system. I will pull up the farm system.
2012, we would without our farm system, we would have never made it to the playoffs, because it was all homegrown guys.
Right.
All homegrown.
Right.
I've never seen anything like it. And guys, stop talking about the past. I keep bringing this up since 2015. We have not, except 1 year, we have not even had a winning record in the second half of the season. In 2016, when the Giants were in the playoffs, when we lost to the Cubs, we had the worst record in the National League the second half of the season. We barely got in. And then, we got lucky. And, of course, we blew it because we didn't have a bullpen. 17, losing record second half of the season. 18, losing record. 19, losing record. 20. We've had 1. You guys got to remember, we haven't been 500. When Farham was in, we had one winning record. One. We weren't even about one game over 500. We couldn't even do that, Dan. Out of 162 games, you couldn't win 83. How do I know? Because I bet the Giants below every year, and I'll do it again.
I want to thank everybody that just subscribed to the channel. We started the show at 3,400.
Yeah, there you go.
We've added 6. Thank you to all 6 of you who might be in this chat. We appreciate it. We really, really do. What do we have in the comments section here? I'm looking for some comments in here that I saw one. Where did I see it here? Oh, Clayton, what is this? Can I call 13? Just want to make sure. Do you know what that means?
Maybe, did he mean 913?
Not sure.
Can I call it 913?
That's yeah. We just got to get the link in there. We're ready to throw that link out.
I got a question, guys. That's right. Southern Justin, Iowa. I do okay, thanks. Let me tell you. I want to know, guys, out of the top 10 free agents, okay, right now you got to remember Kim isn't even healthy, so he's not even going to start the season. If we can get one, since Snell's off the board, who can we get that's going to satisfy you, that's going to say, oh my God, we got him, I'm going to go to a Giants game next year? Is there anybody besides Soto that's going to maybe get you excited? There's rumors about Alfonso going to the Giants. That doesn't really excite me. Alfonso, if he didn't hit that one playoff homer this year, I thought he has been horrible the last couple of years. He doesn't hit for average. He doesn't put the ball in play. Hey,
the link's in the chat, everybody. The link is in the chat, and hop on in if you want to hop on in. And that thing is over.
It's over.
Yep. All right, there we go. All right.
Alfonso.
Alfonso. What's Alfonso? Oh, he scored.
Yeah, I'm not sure. BC said. I just want to know in the chat: is there anyone that can make you
come to the ballpark?
To the ballpark.
I think Soto's the only free agent that is, like even Ned talked about this. That Ohtani was considered, what
he
they
was
call
bigger than Judge.
Yeah, the drawing card, though. They used, like Babe Ruth in the Hall of Fame is mentioned as the greatest, the drawing card. Well, Ohtani, people want to go see Ohtani. He's electric. People wanted to go see Barry Bonds. He was electric. He did something. If they pitched to him, he did something crazy. But Soto is a guy for the Giants, but I don't think he's a guy internationally that does something. I mean, Ohtani's the greatest star
of our generation.
He's probably the greatest sports star, would you say, next to Michael Jordan, that people really want to do?
He's probably on the level of Steph, and maybe
Steph,
even a little bit bigger. Because you got to remember, the one thing is, why isn't anybody in the chat or any of the public getting pissed off that the Dodgers won the World Series? They signed Snell, and then next year, of course, they're going to let Ohtani pitch. So really, not only have they gotten one pitcher, the Dodgers got Snell and Ohtani.
I think we're going to do a little, at the end of this show, guys, we'll do a little top 5. Maybe we'll get it to 10 top stars, drawing stars that people love to go see play. I'll give you a hint who belongs in there, and his name is Tiger. Okay. Let's bring in
Tiger
Clayton.
in golf was huge.
Yeah. Let's bring in Clayton as a look at that username, SF Giants. How you doing, Clayton?
Good.
Good. What's on your mind? You wanted to talk about pick a lane there. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I thought the Giants should just trade for Cody Bellinger. He's obviously an upgrade over Wade and Flores.
That's not a bad move. Who would you trade to get him?
Uh,
Robbie Ray?
both the Rogers brothers and Harrison.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. But I think that might be an overpay for because Harrison's got more value. You know what? Let me look at the trade machine here, and we'll plug that trade in.
Bring it up.
And we'll just see why is okay. I got it wrong. MLB trade. I think my computer, when you shut your computer down and it restarts, it loses all your
that happens
your
to me
cache.
a lot.
So now it's not in there. So let me pull. Okay, here we go. Accurate player trade. Oh, yeah. I'm logged in. Good. I'm already logged in. Very good. We'll plug this trade up right here, Cody or Clayton. I'm sorry. And you said the Rogers brothers and Harrison, right? All right. Let's see if what this does here. I just got to pull this up. Maybe I should show everybody what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'll show everybody.
You also got to remember, we got to get close to the money because what does Bellinger make?
It does a big
deal.
It's about 28. All right, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
All right,
yep.
Let me see. All right, so now I got to pick the Giants. Select a team. By the way, don't try this at home, kids. It's dangerous. And it's actually a paid subscription. So, all right. So what we want to do is we look at this. It starts at the top. If we hit the surplus, the top. So the most valuable Cub is Shota Imanaga, Justin Steele, Pete Crow Armstrong. Let's see where Bellinger is. Bellinger's probably not even. He's not on page 1. So his value is less than 3. That tells you because of his contract.
Aren't they looking to trade him though?
They are,
Yeah.
but it just shows what, let me see where he's at. Cody, is he negative value? He might have a negative value because of his contract, which makes, there he is, minus 8.1. See that?
Yeah.
So you really don't have to give up that much to get him. Let me just put him in here. Trade to the Giants. All right. So wrong way. Okay. So what you're going to have to do here is we'll go over to the Giants now. And you're probably going to have to look at somebody like a Robbie Ray. Okay. So Logan Webb and Bailey and Eldridge are your top. See, Harrison's worth 29.8. That means you still can get something decent for Harrison because he's young. And even though we see him as kind of wild and baseball doesn't look at him that way. They still see, he's still too young.
Yeah.
And money-wise.
And money. Yeah, he's very cheap. So it makes it worth because it's not when you trade for somebody that's young and got talent and isn't making a lot, it's not a lot of risk unless you're having to give up a lot. So so let me see what we got here. I bet you it's going to be Robbie Ray. I bet you Robbie Ray is going to have a minus value. You watch. Have we seen Robbie Ray on here anywhere? He's got 2 years at $25 million apiece.
Yeah.
And let's see, Von Brown. Still looking for Robbie Ray. I didn't see him. Okay. All right. Giants don't have too many negative because they don't really have any big contracts, except Estrada. Is Estrada still? Oh, look at Chapman's value. Even though he's signed, he's still a negative 0.01. See that, Lou?
Yeah.
And Yaz, look, he's not valuable. See, you can't get anything for Yaz.
No.
Look at Murphy. Taylor Rogers. That's 11 million. But where is Robbie? Look at Jordan Hicks. Look, and he signed for but they don't look at Jordan Hicks as a starting pitcher. So they see it. There's Robbie Ray, minus 27.6. And Jung-Hoo Lee. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Must be because he's hurt. So you could probably do like Ray, and the contracts are pretty close because Ray's making 25, and I think Bellinger's making a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
So you might have to throw in somebody else in that deal with the Cubs. You might have to throw in a young, let's say, who else could you throw in to make that work? Let's go back to page 2. Yeah, you could probably throw in like a Keaton Wynn, for example.
Yeah.
Maybe, or I'm sure they'd want a little bit of, or maybe a position player.
Mhm. Well, they need starting pitching.
Who the Cubs do?
Yeah.
All right, so you could do a Keaton Wynn. I would do that. I would make that trade. Keaton Wynn, or you might have to do you might even have to do like a Carson Whisenhunt or 8.8. Now that's a little too well. You're minus. What is it right now? You're minus 27. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, you'd have to do something like that, and it still might not even be enough because you're still minus 18 to get a Bellinger. Yeah, you'd probably have to do that, and maybe you could throw in like a Grant McCray. I don't know what their plans are for him. Casey Schmidt, Luis Matos, something like that.
I think their plan is to have him in right field. I think.
McCray?
If they trade Yaz.
Yeah, I'd play Matos before I played McCray because Matos actually can hit the ball, make contact.
He puts the ball in play. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say they went with heck. How about you know what? Let's just do this for the future. Look, you get a former number 1 draft pick. We'll give you Reggie Crawford and call it a deal. There you go.
Did that, yeah.
Pretty close. Yeah. Robbie Ray, Whisenhunt. They're getting 3 starter pitchers possibly for Bellinger.
Yeah.
That's kind of the deal you have to make. So there it is. I mean, blow that up. You can see the values. It's pretty much something in line. Mark Graves says, why trade for Belly and hope he has a good year? No, thanks. Yeah, it's, you're going to have to get somewhere with the Giants. I don't know what the answer is. They're not, I don't think Anthony Santander comes here. Who was it that said somebody that their sources said Santander?
No, they have a young outfield. I don't think they would do that.
I don't think they would either. I don't think the Giants.
That was the super chat, Dan. Sean.
Okay.
Sean KB.
Yeah, I don't think they do that. I don't know. But what do you think about this whole thing when they talked about Chapman, at the end of the year? We're going to be good next year. We're going to come back. We're going to sign people, Yeah, Tyler O'Neill's not bad. But again, what are you doing with your outfield with your young guys? Are you going to trade them or are you going to play them? Because it's time to either play Matos or move off of him. And,
Yeah.
It's you're just wasting him away by just putting him in AAA.
Yeah.
Another year.
Yeah. So where are you calling from, Clayton?
Napa, California.
Oh, Napa. All right. You're pretty young?
13, yeah.
Okay, really? Okay. I was going to say you sound a little too young for the wine up there.
Yeah.
But, 13. All right. I love having a teenager. I love baseball. I wish there were shows like this when I was 13. I was calling into Scotty Sterling on KMBR radio.
Yeah.
When I was your age, I was very much interested in these type of conversations and channels. That's great. So do you play ball yourself?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. Now, what are you going into 8th grade, or you're in 8th grade or 7th?
I'm in 8th grade.
8th grade. Okay. And are you doing travel ball or?
I did. We just finished the season.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So, next year, high school, are you gonna what position you play?
Pitcher and first base.
Pitcher and first base. You got some power?
Yeah, I can throw about 70.
70. Okay. How about hitting? Are you a lefty or swing bat left or right?
Righty.
Okay. And what type of hitter are you? Line drive? You hit the long ball? What's your
Line drive kind of hitter.
Line drive? Okay. Well, cool. So, when did you start playing? Like 8, 9 years old?
I skipped T-ball. So I probably started at 5 or 6.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and who was your let's see, you're 13, so you kind of missed the Giants World Series. In fact, you were born right. What were you born in 11?
Yeah, 2011. Yeah.
Okay, so you missed the. So who's your favorite player when you first started following baseball, and who's your favorite player now?
My favorite player now, in like on the Giants right now.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Giant? Who's your favorite baseball player? Might be the same.
I would say I know everyone hates this player and they want him traded, but my dad really hated him, and that's why I liked him. I've always liked Mike Yastrzemski.
Okay, that's okay. Cool. I mean, Mike's a good guy, and I personally think he has passed his usefulness as a everyday player, but he's a scrappy player, great defender. That's cool. Number 5. Now I know what you were saying in the chat when you said something about 13.
Yeah.
That makes sense now, Lou.
Yeah, we thought maybe it was like 913 wanted to call. Sorry about that, bud.
No worries. I'm glad you came in, man. That's awesome. So so you like Mike Yastrzemski. Did you watch any highlights of the old Giants when they won the World Series, their 3 World Series?
Yeah, I put them on sometimes. Yeah, I watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was your favorite player to watch during those 3 World Series years?
Either Posey or Bumgarner.
Yeah, those are. I mean, they had so many. Clayton. They had Tim Lincecum, a lot of people's favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Bumgarner, Posey. A lot of people loved Hunter Pence or Brandon Crawford. They had Pablo, but Mad Bum, to me, what do you guys think of this? I think, and I wish we could do a poll, but I think, in fact, I'm going to put this out on Twitter. I think Madison Bumgarner should have a statue put up this year. It's the 10-year. Well, we already just passed the 10-year anniversary, but it's the 25th anniversary of the ballpark. They should be putting a statue of Madison Bumgarner out there at 3rd and King somewhere. What do you guys think?
Yeah, they should do that.
I mean, what he did, all you got to do is put him and Buster with the Buster hug of the World Series. Put them both together if you want to get.
Yeah, do that.
Like
Buster deserves his own, but so does Mad Bum. Come on.
Yeah.
This is
a combo.
I
mean, 2014 without Mad Bum, we wouldn't have won it.
Not at all. And was it not maybe since I mean, you can take the 2010 World Series with the, and the 2012 with Romo striking them out and Wilson, and you could say the Giants winning their first was maybe in 2010 the greatest moment in San Francisco Giants baseball history, right?
Yeah.
But was not Game 7
first pennant as F.
Yeah, was not Game 7 in 2014?
Oh, at KC?
Yeah, the most.
After they got destroyed in Game 6, remember?
Yeah, 10-0
Yeah.
or something.
I think we lost 13-2 to force Game 7.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous. But wasn't that Mad Bum Game 7 maybe the single most greatest performance?
It was crazy. He pitched 3 days earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's just the way it happened. And in Game 7, I don't care if Mad Bum. Yeah, and he was, and it was who he was. I mean, I would put a statue of Madison Bumgarner out there, and I would put the name Madison Bumgarner all over it, and then I'd have him with a little rope, and I'd put Mason Saunders right next to it.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get this place rocking out there. Let's make the ballpark fun again, and it's fun when you have a winning team.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
I'm going to show you. Well, I can't really play it.
I mean, nowadays the Padres Stadium is how the Giants used to be when it was Pat Bell or one of those other games. I mean, Padre games now, every game is like a playoff game.
Well, just look at
the old cheese and wine thing of the 49ers. That's how it is at Oracle now. Unless you're in the bleachers, it's so quiet. It's boring. It's safe. Bleachers are crazy like always. But like Dodger Stadium now, they're getting 50,000 every night. Padre Stadium, and just go to the season tickets, guys. I know we bring that up again, but Dodgers right now, I think, have 49,000 out of 52,000 season ticket holders. Okay. Padres, the place holds, I think, 44. They have 39,000 season ticket holders. The Giants venue holds, I think, 40,000 or 42,000. They're like 7,500. I might be generous. That's a big difference. Padres sell out every game. Dodgers sell out every single game. Giants, when they sell out? When the Dodgers come, the Yankees come, and it's literally now gotten to the point where when the Dodgers come, it's like 60-40, maybe even higher. 70% Dodger fans, 30% Giant fans. Yankees series last year was ridiculous. It was like 55-45. Giant fans, the one thing that's really hurt them is you go a mile down, you have where the Warriors play. So that's taken a lot of the money. People forget about that. The Sharks are going to be a big draw soon. You're going to have Dan's favorite, the WNBA is now going to be competing with the Giants for their dollar. It's gotten to the point now where the Giants have become satisfied. They're happy where they're at. And really, with that saying, it's tough. They're losing money on their concerts. They did 3 big concerts last year. They lost money on each one. So whoever's in charge, they're just not making good decisions. It's tough. I'm a season ticket holder. Last year I went to 6 games. I do sell a lot just because the Giant tickets also go up. It's not like they suck and the tickets go down. I mean, my season tickets this year, I have 4 for every game. I split with one other guy. And it's over 45,000, for season tickets. Now they are the best seats in the house in my mind. So I have a lot of people hitting me up, Lou, I want the tickets, and I sell them at a premium. But the Giants, the Giants tickets should go down. When they're not 500, the tickets should go down in price.
Absolutely.
When they're above 500, then they should go up.
Take a look at just look at our backdrop there. Look at that's Oracle right there. Look at the crowd.
Yep.
That's what it used to be like on a daily basis.
Every game.
81 games.
Dan, 13 straight years of every game was a sellout.
Yeah. Yeah.
At one point, it was like 386 straight sellouts.
No, I don't think it was 13 years. I think it was more like 6 or 7. Wasn't it started in 2010 and ended in 17?
I don't know. I mean, that ballpark, it seemed like it was
Mhm.
always full. Remember?
But it
kept
was
saying, "Oh, we're keeping the streak alive."
Even in the beginning years, when 2000, when Bonds opened the park up, you know, it was awesome, and it's still a great park. The problem is as somebody put it in here, I just saw the chat, says the Giants fans are soft, or what? Let me see, what was it? No pride, or where? Where did I see it? Oh, there it is. The fan base doesn't have an ounce of pride. It really is a soft crowd today, and it's you know, part of it happened in, you know, with the downfall, the team started losing, and then COVID hit, and the city restrictions of keeping everybody away, and you know, just it's never really recovered. I mean, how do you have a year like 2021, Lou, and then follow it up with no changes to the team? Nothing to improve the team.
No,
That was
as we say here on NorCal, it was the worst thing that ever happened in the baseball franchise. Worst thing ever in Giants franchise history was the mirage of 2021.
I'm going to go back and look at something here real quick. 2021 MLB free agents. All right. Here's the free agents that was on MLB trade rumors. Let's check this out. Wait a minute. Is this the year? Let me make sure. Yep, this is the year. All right. Check this out. This would be a little fun exercise. This was the year the Giants needed to go out and do something, but they didn't.
Oh, the shortstop, Evan?
Yeah, there was not Simeon, but Seager and Turner and Swanson and Correa.
Do you remember what they did with their shortstop situation?
Yeah, they signed Crawford to 2 years.
2 more, huge mistake.
Well, looking back, it you could see that, but I'll never knock Brandon Crawford. We're gonna try and get Brandon on the show here. So let's see. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, I see Correa number.
Yeah. That was his. You know, he signed. That was the year he signed 1 year with the Twins on a 1 year deal. The second pick was Seager. They thought he'd go to the Yankees. That he did get 10 years, didn't he? Get 3 something?
Yeah.
Pretty close. Freddie Freeman, they said 6 years with the Braves. He would have stayed with the Braves if his agent told him. Chris Bryant. Wow. He was the 4th best free agent that year. Wow.
And he hasn't played more than half a season up in Colorado.
Yeah, he's.
Wow. So let me see what else we got in here.
And that was right after the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 5th free agent was Kevin Gausman. They said he would go to the Giants. But the Giants didn't want to spend the money.
We
He
still
did
have
5 years, 110 with Toronto. There it is. Oh, it actually says it. I didn't realize it. I was doing that off memory.
Deal.
Marcus Simeon, 6 years, 138. He signed for 175. Robbie Ray, 5 years, 130. Didn't he go to Seattle? 5 years, 115. Trevor Story. Okay, he's been a bust. Scherzer. I'm just looking at what the Giants. There's the guy I thought the Giants should have went and got, Nick Castellanos. They didn't even, didn't go after him. Or they did, but they didn't get him. Stroman, Baez, that was a bust. Marte would have been a nice pickup. Look, He was
Yeah.
projected to go to the Giants 4-80, and he signed for 4-78. They got that pretty good. Eduardo Rodriguez. Let's see. Kyle Schwarber. He went to the Phillies. 4 years, 70, and he went 4 years, 79. They did all right. But that was the guy I thought they should have went after. Rodon 1 year. He ended up with 1 year with the Giants, right? Or 2 year with an opt-out. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, there's some of the free agents if 21 season, but well, hey, Clayton, you're welcome to come back anytime. It's great having you.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you jumping on here. And good luck with baseball. When do you start back up again? In February?
Yes.
Okay. And that will be for will that be travel ball again, or will that be another league?
It's a different league. It's not travel ball.
Oh, okay. And then after that, you in May or June you'll finish school, and then in the summer you'll get prepared for high school. You'll be going into high school next summer. Did we lose him? Hey, Clayton, did you mute yourself, your mic, or lost you? Clayton, can you hear us? All right, I don't know what happened to him, but we'll let you go. Clayton, you're welcome to come back anytime.
Good.
Yeah, thanks, Clayton, for tuning in, and best of luck to you in your baseball endeavors. Appreciate it. All right, there he goes. So Ben Bamboo says he wanted Castellanos and Soler. Yeah. All right. Very good, Clayton. Come back anytime. See you in the chat most nights. Great to have you. Guys, anybody else want to come in? We're going to get out of here. It's been a great Friday night. We think the Giants are going to need to decide which lane they want to go in. They're definitely going to have to. Where do you think they end up, Lou? Do you think they end up the same place, the middle lane again?
No, worse. Because you got to remember, we lost Snell.
Okay.
Who the second half of the year was our best pitcher. Another year of Webb, where who knows how long he's going to last. I think our problem too is the best thing that happened last year is we actually got a stopper. With Duvall's problems, we actually know who our closer is. And I just think our lineup is still soft. We're bringing back people. None of those hitters are going to make a difference. And I think we're depending. Wow, there you go. We're depending way too much.
This keeps going up
on a guy that's never played in the major leagues. Dan, we're hoping for this kid to be a superstar. The comparison, is already beyond belief. But, we've heard this before. But, this kid could be an incredible first baseman. But, he's still tall. He's young. He's skinny. And again, Dan brought this point up, a great point. Farhan rushed him because he wanted to try to save his job. It failed. This guy should probably still be in AA, just beginning AAA, and we've already put him in the major leagues. Guys, you don't realize the difference between the AAA and the major leagues would be like going from high school basketball player to the NBA. You talk to these guys. When we spoke to Schmidt, which was, first of all, a great interview by Dan, great poll. Schmidt said, guys, the biggest difference to him were you've never seen curveballs that are actually going to hit you and all of a sudden they break. You don't see anything like that in AAA because that's why those pitchers are in AAA. Everything's different. The ball moves differently. The pitchers are the best of all. So, we're putting so much pressure on this lefty young kid. Guys, let's take the brakes on it and just realize what we have. Okay. We're just a very, very average at best team. And that's with if all our pitching stands. I mean, we still got so many question marks. Jordan Hicks, horrible last year. Was he a starter? He was used. The other thing, our bullpen, if you were on this show, Bora, Los, and Dan, we said May 16th, our bullpen is already shot because we kept using the openers too much. We didn't have guys with their assignments, okay? And we still have two other problems. We don't have great defense, and we can't hit with runners scoring position. So I don't know how it's going to be. To me, we have the exact same problem we had last year. And last year we were 79 and 83 without our best pitcher.
I want us to completely tear it down. We are years away from competing. The Dodgers and Padres are going all in off the heels of the D-backs being in the World Series. Yep, you're right, Griffin. I agree. They should just tear it down. They haven't done it. They keep waiting, and every year that passes, they fall further behind. And I think Posey realizes that. I really do. I think Posey sees that he pretty much is kind of choreographing what he's going to do when he says he wants it to be built like he kind of talked about memories and building a team like they used to have. Well, how do you build memories if you don't go after free agents? You're going to have to build it through your farm. You're going to have to build good. And why did he put Randy Wynn in charge of minor league development? Because they're going to go after a different type of philosophy in the minor leagues. They're going to not emphasize swinging at waiting for your pitch to swing and knock it out of the park. They're going to emphasize, key situational hitting, putting the bat on the ball with 2 strikes, not taking a called third strike because you weren't looking for that pitch. You better protect the plate. Lou, when I played ball, I never took a called strike 3 unless I thought it was really a ball. I didn't take one that was, oh shoot, I wasn't looking for that. It was borderline ball or strike if I took a called strike 3. If it was down the middle, I don't care if it was a curveball or a fastball and I was fooled, I'm swinging at it. Even if I miss it, I'm not going to take a called strike 3. This game today where players just like, if I know it's a strike and it's the 3rd strike, I'm swinging at it. I don't care if I'm off timing. I'm going to foul it off, or I'm going to try and foul it off, or I'm going to miss it, whatever. But I'm not just going to go, oh shoot, that really fooled me. No,
I agree.
Yeah. So, we were going to get into that other thing too.
What Taney's saying?
What wasn't Chapman giving some guarantee about the teams being competitive? I don't know if he was or not, but
I think he had to say because the fans were there. What else is he going to say?
Yeah, maybe we should do this for another topic time. I want to get into this talk of. We talked about Ohtani as a draw, a player that transcends everything that you go to see. He's in town, you're going to see. We know Steph's won. We know Jordan's won. We know Tiger is one.
Soto, maybe?
I don't even know if
Soto's not Soto. I mean, Judge.
Judge, maybe. Maybe Judge.
It's like, guys, when you guys saw the 2025 Giants schedule, who were you excited to see at the ballpark or maybe go see the Giants play somebody? I didn't see anybody in the chat say, hey, I'm going to go up to Sacramento and see the Giants and A's. Nobody even said that because it doesn't interest anybody, which is sort of shocking because it's in Sacramento. But, there's not too many things. This year, this year, the best thing about the Giants schedule is the Dodgers play on 2 weekends. So those weekends will be huge. It'll be a must-see going to the ballpark to see the Dodgers.
Yeah,
but when you look,
Corey says,
yeah,
that's true. So true.
It's just
true.
one of those things. I mean, and by the way, guys, if you've been listening to me, Bor, and Dan, the Giants by May 1st will already be like 10-25. They have the toughest schedule of anybody in MLB the first month of the season. It actually starts with a road trip at the end of March. But, it's
Yeah.
it's going to be tough. But don't worry, we're going to be here every single night after every game.
All right. Pick one player from each sport. Basketball, football, baseball, and we can put hockey in there. One player that's a must-see in today's game. I'll start. With basketball, it's Steph Curry.
Are they playing now, or could have been a future player?
Just playing now.
Okay.
I think it's Steph Curry. I think Wemby might be up there. Ryan talked about Wemby. He's going to definitely be a guy. Not one player in the top 100 farm prospects. I think we have, if you're talking about the Giants have Bryce Eldridge like in 35 or something.
Yeah, that's it. He moved up.
So basketball, you go for baseball.
For baseball, I mean, obviously Ohtani is worth seeing. I mean, Ohtani's so big right now is when you're watching TV and he's up, sort of like how Bonds, you don't even want to miss it. You don't want to go to the bathroom. You don't want to take a phone call. You want to see it because you're not sure what you're going to see. And that's what makes him so unique and special.
Yeah.
Ohtani, the same thing. If you guys watch when the Yankees are at home and Judge is playing, everybody rises to watch him because they don't want to miss the home run.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Dan, for bringing this up, we don't really have a superstar name one guy for the Giants right now that if you got their jersey for a Christmas present, you would actually wear. You'd be excited.
I
think Webb.
I have one.
And he's not even in the pros yet?
No, I have one jersey I would wear the Giants and proudly put it on.
Ramos.
Yep. That's it. I'd put Ramos jersey on.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. Like I said, hey guys, we're hoping Eldridge is a stud.
I'd wear a Casey Schmidt. I'd wear a Casey Schmidt shirt. I'd wear a Casey Schmidt jersey because I think he's super cool, and I hope he gets a shot because I haven't seen a kid play as defensively as he has.
He's got a rocket
arm, soft hands, great glove, great hand-eye coordination. Just give him a chance. Let him play. Let him play second base, man. I'm telling you, the Giants are making a huge, huge mistake if they don't give him a shot to win the everyday second base job in spring training. I don't want to see Fitzgerald.
Little Johnny LeMaster.
I don't want to see Fitzgerald at second base.
Johnny Lee, boo. Because he got so much.
Okay, so is there a football player that is a must see that you go
I don't
pay
know
to
right
play?
now if there's a must player. I guess
I can't think of one.
Mahomes, I don't think Mahomes is a great player. It's funny you say
I
that
would choose Josh. I'd rather see Josh Allen play than Mahomes.
Yeah, my nephew is a huge Bengal fan just because his favorite player plays for them. So
soft
it's hard.
hands.
I'm
gonna have to demonstrate. I got to demonstrate
superstars.
I got to demonstrate something for Hope Springs.
Soft hands.
Soft hands
for an infielder
is. Let me put my. Okay. Let me put the glove down. See, soft hands is where you can have the ball come into your glove and you pull it back. You're not going at it like boom, You're not
jerking method.
You're not stabbing at the ball. You're letting the ball come into you, and it just boom, and it's just all in one motion. Very. Well, it's like, have you ever played toss catch with an egg? A hard-boiled egg, where you play the egg tossing game, and you're trying to catch it. I'll show you what I mean. I have an actual highlight. I'll have to find it though. I'll have to find it.
Griffin, we're talking about pro players, not college. I think Gentry's a stud, but we're talking about the pros in the NFL.
Crosby,
not college.
Crosby. Yeah. Max Crosby's kind of fun to watch.
They blew it today again. Raiders, the usual, find a way to lose.
Yeah.
All they got to do is snap the ball.
I thought I had it on my phone. Oh, maybe I do. No, I don't. I thought I had it on my phone. When I was in the Philippines, we played a egg contest where you threw the egg.
Yeah.
And my wife and I won the contest, the family contest. I caught the last one, but I had to catch it. You catch it like this, and you bring your hand.
Oh, yeah. You don't just play it.
You don't go like that.
Oh yeah.
That's the definition of soft hands. You have to move it so it barely. Yeah, that's it.
And Corey,
Anyway.
we've never said anything about Chapman bad defensively. It's his hitting that is a problem. That's why the contract for 6 years at $25 million is so expensive. This year, I think he was hitting .201 with runners in scoring position. He strikes out way too much. And for having no protection on the Giants, it's a standout. He comes up in so many crucial plays. He doesn't do a sacrifice the opposite way. He can't hit a sacrifice fly. He strikes out on pitches, a high fastball. And if you look over the last 4 years, he's not a great hitter, not a great contact hitter. Defensively, hands down, he's one of the best we've had. But, it's just one of those things. We want a player that can play both ways, offense and defense.
Yep. All right.
Taylor Swift, that's sports, but okay, Philip.
All right, guys. So you can hear the band. There we go. Got the band right there. Just a little house cleaning, guys. You know what's going on with NorCal Sports Network. We do appreciate you being here with us. As you saw with the analytics, the channel is growing. We started the day at 34 or 33 something, like 3350. And at the time of the show we started at 3,400. I put it right at the top of look where we're at today, guys. Or not today, like as of this minute, we're at 3,416. Since we've been on this live stream, we have added 16 more subs. Go tell all your friends, people that love sports. This is an unbelievable growing network. Sports talk in the Bay Area. We've got you covered. We come up with, and if you got topic ideas, let us know in the chat. Email norcalsportsnetwork@gmail.com. Send an email there. There it is.
Dan,
I'll put it
before
right
we
back
leave, I just want one thing, we're doing this show tonight. We just witnessed an incredible 8 overtime game.
You want some yogurt?
I could use some yogurt.
All right. Before I put
what
up
do you guys
yogurt.
think, Pat? It was
There's
so dramatic.
Go
One
get
of
some
our sponsors, guys.
sponsors. Go
Doesn't
see
get any
Yogurt
better than
Shack.
the Yogurt Shack.
Yogurt Shack, Danville and Lafayette, guys. Go see them. Also, coming up on the show, we've got tomorrow night, we've got a post-game show after the Warriors-Phoenix Suns game, and that'll come to you at about 8:30. Okay, the game time, 6 o'clock. So we'll be on the air about 8:30 Pacific time, about 9:30 my time.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll go to the game. I don't know. Run down there. But we'll be on. We've also got videos coming out. We'll have a couple more coming out, guys. Thanks for watching our videos. They're blowing up.
And then, hey, Dan, one thing too is there a big Sunday night show?
Yep, there is a Sunday night show, Lou. You know what?
Are you going to be doing a post-game Niners and then a post-game special one this Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday, guys, we've got
the Niners play Sunday night.
We got the the Niners, and that show will be Sunday night. What time do the Niners play? At 6?
5:15, I think, kickoff.
5:15.
That's
Okay.
about 8:30.
I forgot the Niners are playing Sunday night, but we will be doing a show here with Ned Colletti.
Nice.
Ned Colletti, LA Dodgers former general manager, will be here. We'll come on after Niners Bills game. So we probably won't do a Niners post game, but we will do, everybody, join us for sometime in the second half, probably mid third quarter. We will do a 49ers Bills live in-game show. Live. We will be on live, and we will talk Niners Bills football for about an hour before the game ends, live with the Niners and Buffalo Bills. We'll bring it to you live. I'll be in my living room. I won't be in the studio here. I'll be in the living room because that's where the big 75-inch screen is. So I'll be kicking back on my couch. So, guys, make comments in this video. Let us know your thoughts. Yes, we'll be collecting questions for Bobby Evans. And, yep, he put it on a tee. Lou tees it up for me. He teed it up. Trying to find all these comments. Yeah, I think Allen's the MVP. I think so. I don't even know what the spread is. Lou, what's the spread tomorrow night? Is it still only 6.5?
It was 7. It went down to 6.5. Now it's 6 because they still have our quarterback starting. Possibly.
Yeah, take the Bills.
Yeah, but I think as soon as it's announced that we're going with a backup, it's probably going to shoot up to 8.5.
Yeah,
because the best blindside, our best offensive lineman is not playing again, so the Bills are going to be feasting, and it's going to be super snowy. They said from tomorrow morning until kickoff, 26 inches of snow.
Wow. Hey guys, I want to thank you guys for a lot of you guys.
Hit the like and subscribe.
Hit that like and subscribe. A lot of people are watching our videos. Just to tell you about our videos, I'm just going to look them up here and give you some random quick numbers just to let you know what's happening on these videos. We have a few videos out that have added over 12,000 views, which is our new record. We've got another one that's hitting 10,000. These I'll have to look at them, but guys, these views are outrageous for us. We're growing leaps and bounds. So check our videos out. Tell us what you think. They're usually anywhere from 5 to maybe 20 minutes max. Try to keep them right around the 8 to 12 range is the sweet spot for these videos. Let us know what you think in the comment section. I'm trying to respond to all of them that I can, and we're getting a lot of people commenting on them. Philip, I see you in our comments in there, which I really appreciate. And some other guys have been in there too. Corey, great to see you in here. Mark Graves, as always, he's in there. Chapman carries soft hands, but a soft stick. That's a great way of putting it, Mark. Mark's our one-liner guy. He's the guy that made the famous I'd give Debo the game ball last week, but he'd drop it. I love that line.
I like it.
So,
and then you just remember, Dan, you had a poll up today.
Oh, and Hope.
You had the poll.
Yeah, Hope.
And there
Hope
was
likes the
76
videos too.
votes,
Thanks.
and they said they should trade for Belt. 58%.
Trade for who?
Bellinger, sorry.
Oh, I thought
There was
Brandon
a poll
Belt.
up for Bellinger that was in the chat.
Oh, okay. I did not see that. Okay. Philip said that was a cool video. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, comment on our videos. Let everybody know. NorCal Sports. Look, when we get to 3,500, guys, which is probably coming here in a matter of a few days. Stay tuned right here. Keep it here. We're going to do a drawing, and we're going to give away 2 tickets to the San Francisco Giants games. We'll put it, won't be opening day, but it will be early in the season, okay? So let us come back. Stay tuned with the subs. We'll have to have a way where you enter your name into the drawing, and we got a lot of other great things coming too. So we'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you tomorrow night live. Warriors Suns about 8:30, and check our videos out tomorrow. We'll see you guys. Thank you for watching. Really do appreciate you guys. Are the best part of NorCal Sports Network.